A couple of years ago, I was building my first application. With that application, I reached something like 300 users or something like that. And even though it was my first application, the application was growing and I was putting a lot of effort into that. I was working 12 hours a day every single day, and I was creating a team of psychologists that were working inside the application. Unfortunately, the app didn't go well and it ended up failing. So, with the pass of the time, I continued creating other applications when I started to pivot to web design. I started a web design course that at the end of the day, it was a marketing agency course. There were like very little information about designing. It was all about marketing. But since I had already started the course, I said, okay, I don't know anything about this, but let's create a marketing agency. I had zero knowledge about creating a marketing agency, and I started completely from the ground up with a friend. We tried almost every single thing that we could to get clients, and I started to realize that I was able to get better and better at cold calls, and we were able to book some appointments directly with the phone. So I started to make around 150 to sometimes 200 calls per day to book appointments, and then we were using also cold calls to get clients for our customers. So it was very productive because we were using the same systems and we were improving the systems every single day. In that way, we were able to get 60K a year clients for our customers. But at the same time, while we were running the agency, I started to realize that we were more and more and more overwhelmed every single day. If you looked the audience, if you look the agency from the outside, it seemed to be everything okay. It seemed to be everything great. But at the same time, we were drowning. We were falling into something that we didn't know because we were working 12 hours a day. 5 hours every single day making cold calls, working for our clients, booking appointments, and having meetings. It was a lot of different things, and we didn't know how to manage everything. And I started to think, okay, if tomorrow's anything happens, we don't have anything. We have the agency, but we don't have anything more than this. We don't have, I don't know, an asset or something that we can trust that will bring us money. It's like the clients, and no more than that. We don't have anything. And I started to ignore that until one day I couldn't ignore it anymore because I was completely overwhelmed and tired because of all the things that we were running on the business, and it didn't have time for anything. Even though we were making money, I didn't have time to breathe almost. So I said, okay, why do we started this? We started the agency to make money. Okay, we didn't start the agency for anything else. We started the agency to make money. But now that we have money, we don't have time. We don't have time to enjoy the money, so it doesn't make sense. And I started to think that I had to create an asset or something on the long term to be able to scale without putting more of my time, without stressing anymore. And I came back to where I were. I came back to building apps, but now with a different approach. I want to help businesses that are on the same situation that I was, that they are making money, but they are very stressed and very overwhelmed because of their business, and they don't have time to enjoy with their family, with their friends, and all the things that they want to do. I help them create assets on the long term that can grow without needing them to put their time in the business. Because what typically happens is that almost every single person that starts a business, they start the business and they start to feel attached, more and more and more attached, and they end up as prisoners of their business. So they started the business to be free, and now they are with a sailing of time. I started creating applications that remove myself from the business and can work without me being there. I created applications for different businesses around the world, and I have been able to help business owners remove themselves from the middle. And they can sell the exact same result that they do manually with an application to their customers. And they don't need to be there putting all their time and all their energy into useless things, because a computer can take care of that, okay? An application, basically. So I simply wanted to share this because I never talk about me in the channel. I usually talk about the framework and all the things that you can do to achieve the desired result, but I didn't talk about my story and how it all started. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want me to help you turn your service into a software as a service application, I will leave you the link on the comment section so you can book a one-on-one call with me. You can subscribe, you can hit the like button so we can keep reaching new people. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.